My mic's shit out. Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Alright. Alright, gentlemen, welcome back to Breakout Racing League Tier 5. We are racing today in Britain for round 9. As we have a new championship leader, Money Hustard in the Ferrari. Ferrari's still leading the Constructors' Championship. They're at 226 points currently, so quite the strong showing from Ferrari this season, as the first one is coming out now and tweaking.
Oh, you there? Your mic's a bit. Alright, yeah, sorry, not rain, race is going to be cloudy, so no, no, no rain. Tweaking is going to start a lap now on his out lap. Better now? Maybe? No? Probably?
Still don't have game audio.
There you go. Uh, oh, tweaking's gone. Yeah, but, tweaking and money are both tied on poles, 3 poles. So, they are obviously battling for most average poles.
Alright, should be back in business now. I have game audio, and I think you all can hear me now.
Yeah, you're good now.
Alright. As the Haas of Kieran Evans goes purple in Sector 1 there on the soft tire. Interesting choice. It looks like about 2/3 of the field are on soft tires, but the other third are trying it out on mediums for at least 1 lap.
Yeah, it's an easy soft medium here with the soft stretching about 12 laps before they pop, and mediums around they can some people say they can go even to the end of the race on lap 1, which is very aggressive, but maybe we'll see some drivers with that strategy if there's a safety car lap 1. We'll see,
Yep.
but yeah.
Early safety car, I imagine a lot of drivers will go on hards because those can definitely last till the end of the race.
Yeah, they can. Tito 127.6. So, I don't know, Porque. Will we see someone fall into the 24s? I'm definitely looking for our 2 best qualifiers, Money and Tweaking. Money's on the mediums. He might go on the soft, yeah, we don't know, but yeah, it's interesting. 25.4 is fast for here. It's a really fast banker. It's a low 25, so hopefully we can see a high 24, maybe even the mid.
Yep, I agree. We should, as Shifts is up there 25.4 right now. Yeah, as you were saying, yeah, our 2 best qualifiers still quite yet to set a representative lap. But as long as they can keep it valid, we might have a good chance. As Stig retires there, Stig is serving a qualifying ban this race. His Money looked like he abandoned his lap back there, so that would explain why he is so far off the pace. There's a bit of traffic here. Drivers were warned pre-race about dirty air in qualifying and blocking the racing line, so good to see them pulling out of the way in a safe area. See a couple drivers in the pits. Looks like Phantom's coming up to the line. Phantom goes 3rd fastest with a 26.2.
Not a lot of people out on track.
Nope, a lot of drivers still in the pits. As Larson fan appears to be on a lap. Let's see what he can do on the medium tire. Larson fan, a new driver in this tier, and goes 3rd fastest, even beating out some of the medium runner or soft runners. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Impressive lap there from the new Racing Point driver.
Yeah, he's gonna be someone to look forward seeing.
As Money Hustard looks like he's on his 2nd flyer. The medium tire can do 2 flying laps in qualifying, as it won't take quite as much of a beating on the from the first lap. So it keeps it tidy, and Money goes fastest, a 25.2 on the medium tire.
Wow.
So I definitely think we're going to be getting into the 24s tonight after that.
Yeah, that's really quick for mediums, and he's leading the championship by over 30 points on Marlon in the McLaren there, and dominating, frankly dominating the team championship at Ferrari by 54 points. So that's really great.
Ferrari's showing up strong this season. As one of our
Really
top
strong.
qualifier Tweaking, coming around left field, about to go back onto the back straight toward Cops. Let's see if he can keep it clean and fast. As he's coming up behind his teammate. We'll have to see if his teammate gets out of the way. Let's ride along through Cops here, going into my favorite section of the track, affectionately known as Nuggets and Buckets. So there it is, I'm throwing that in there. But keeps it clean through there, nice and fast, but right on the limit of track limits there.
Yeah.
Purple sector 2, so let's see what tweaking can show from the Ferrari. Braking nice and late into this last turn, coming through, keeps it clean. So where he chooses to brake right at the beginning of that curb there, a lot of drivers like that. Keeps it nice and tight, hitting all the apexes, coming up to the line, and it's provisional pole of a 24.6. That is going to be a hard lap to beat right there.
Yeah. Ferrari went 2 and Money off with the alternate strategy on the mediums. But obviously we cannot forget the McLarens, who are the constructors. Might be a threat this race. They've been behind Ferrari a bit in the races, and it's shown in the constructors. But hopefully they can put up a challenge this race.
Cross the line there. Bit of a warm-up lap for him. He's quite a bit off the pace. Phantom on a flying lap as Phantom comes through the last few corners and onto this front straight here, now known as the Sir Lewis Hamilton Straight, I believe. Yep. So the first time we have renamed part of a track for a driver that is still driving in Formula One. So quite the special honor there for him. But Phantom slightly improving his lap. He now has a 26.0, but still quite a ways off from tweaking in the Ferrari there. Fastest man on track by a bit. As we see Redeemer here on his second flying lap. Also coming into Nuggets and Buckets. Known Maggots and Beckett's is the real names. Oh, as he invalidates there. So that's not going to be good. As we see Sainz also coming through the same part of the track. Let's see if he can keep it cleaner than the McLaren. As he does, gives up a bit of time there trying to keep it within track limits, but in order to set a lap, it does have to stay within, so right on board with him. As interestingly, the timing board is showing him on softs, but he is on medium tires, so keep that in mind. But he comes around these last few corners here. Oh, almost goes very wide there. It's the curb, and 7th fastest for Sainz. As the Williams of Tito is on a lap as he comes up to the end of Sector 1. He does not go purple, but does improve by quite a bit, so. Yes, it's the McLaren of Marlon up in 3rd currently on a flying lap, also on the medium tires. So these front, wow, tweaking on the softs there, out in front by quite a bit, but these two on the mediums, they might prove to be a bit of an annoyance to tweaking during the race.
Yeah, a lot of people, surprisingly, a lot of people on the mediums.
So Marlon has invalidated his lap there. We're right on board with Kieran. Kieran has invalidated his lap. Tito coming through the last few corners. Let's see what Tito can do. And coming up to the line, 6th fastest for Tito, 25.7. There's a yellow flag there as Larson Payne gets out of the way. So nice to see all the drivers paying attention to the warning on dirty air and blocking. Have a Renault crossing the line now. That Sainz going to start a lap, but Sainz hasn't validated. So.
Yeah, he invalidated. He went right on the last corner.
As Tito's on an in lap. A lot of drivers in the pits right now. K-Man yet to set a time. He is on a flying lap coming through one of the final corners. Down to this high-speed chicane here. See if he can keep it clean and keep his apex speed up compared to these other drivers. And coming across the line, it is second place for Caveman. 125.2. So closing in on the 24s, but Tweaking still has about an 6/10 lead compared to Caveman up in P2.
4.6 is his average qualifying position, so that's definitely something to look up to for Caveman. Qualifying's not over yet, though.
Larson fan at 10th up on his previous time, as OMG Ronnie has joined the lobby. Hopefully he'll get time to set a lap. But Larson fan on the soft tires now compared to his time on the mediums. Let's see what he can do. As Shifts is on his out lap here. Shift's gonna start a flying lap. As Larson fan goes purple in Sector 2. See if he can keep that up through Sector 3. Maybe he can go up and challenge the Ferraris and Caveman. Keeps it tidy. See what he can do through these last two corners. And it's P2.
Larson, oh
so
my
barely
God,
beating out Caveman. So your second, third, and fourth there are covered by less than a tenth of a second.
He hasn't gone out yet. He's probably waiting for the last few minutes in the track conditions to prepare for his final lap there. Shifts is the only one, well, the earliest guy to set a lap right now. Going through Marcus and Beckett's.
Keeps it nice and tidy, keeps it quick there. On the exit, gets a good exit, as we'll see him open DRS as he goes purple in Sector 2.
Braking at the start of the curve on entry. Shifting up in the fourth. 24.9. That is incredible stuff from Shifts.
Quite a lap from Shifts there.
Yeah,
so Shifts breaking into the 24s by less than a tenth of a second, only by a couple hundredths.
Oh, Tweaking doesn't improve on his lap time there. That's
Tweaking still with the 24.6. That's might be good enough for pole on his banker. I don't think that's the first time Tweaking would have gotten pole from a banker lap either.
Austria he set like a 3.0, I think.
Yep, as Ronnie is able to set a lap. He's currently on a flying lap. As we're winding down to the final minutes of qualifying here, let's see if the McLaren of Marlon can make it to the line. He should be fine.
Oh, Jock retired. That's the. I swear, it's a trend now. He's always qualified at the back.
Yep, Harry Jock starting P14 with Stig in P13. So Ronnie coming up through the end of Sector 2, going into Maggots and Beckett's. See if he can keep his minimum speed up. As the Larson fan retires from the session, so he is satisfied with his lap.
Let's see what Redeemer does going through the final chicane. Second gear. Shift up to third. Ooh, doesn't use a lot of the exit there. 25.6 stays 8th.
Redeemer staying P8 in the McLaren as Ronnie comes up to the line to, I guess he invalidated his lap. He was on a flying lap. He might be going for another lap here.
Money's going on the mediums again.
So Money out on the medium tires again. So he must have real faith in his ability and thinks he has a lot of time left in it. Those tires will have a bit of tire wear on them now because drivers can only get one set of mediums for qualifying. The Money dedicated to the alternate strategy here. As Marlon is on the soft tire, and he's 6/10 up on his time. Coming through the end of Sector 2. Let's see if he can keep it clean. See if he can go up there with Schiff's and Larson fan. Across the line from the McLaren. It is pole position by 2/100ths of a second. The McLaren gets pole position at 1:24.6.
Tweaking on 2-lap old soft stall. Invalidates.
Tweaking was 2/10 up on his time. Invalidates. So that is Tweaking's qualifying over. He will not be able to start another lap. K-Man on a lap, still in the beginning of Sector 2. Well. Yep, Money coming through. Money is quite a bit up on his time, though. So he will not be improving.
Money slowed down. All eyes on Caveman, though. I think realistically, he's the only guy that can challenge for pole if he sets a really good.
All eyes on Caveman, but the next person across the line will be Kieran. Let's see what Kieran can challenge. Coming through the final 2 corners here on the soft tires. So
2/10 up.
And stays P8.
Yeah.
As it looks like Caveman will be the next one to cross the line with the Renault short right behind him. That was going to be Sainz right behind him.
Can Caveman challenge for 3 possible
as the Renault pits, and Caveman goes P3 at 24.8.
Yep. Oh, I think that's Marlon pole.
Yep, Marlon on an in-lap right now, but I don't think anyone else is going to be able to challenge it. So that's a pole position for the McLaren of Marlon Canga.
That is good stuff.
Quite the lap to beat out Tweaking by 2/100ths of a second.
Second pole.
So as it stands, Money Hustard down in 6th position. So on the medium tire, but a bit farther down than his usual qualifying position. All right, so here are your qualifying results, everyone. Marlon in P1, the McLaren, followed by Tweaking and Caveman in P2 and 3. From then on, you have Shifts, Larson, Money, Redeemer, Kieran, Tito, Ronnie, Phantom, Signs, Stig, Harry Jock is coming up in the back in the Alpha.
Again.
Stig down there not setting a time, serving a qualifying ban, but Harry Jock just choosing to not set a time. 2 drivers on the medium tire. That's Money and Signs. Money will get to start on the medium tire, but I imagine Phantom will also join on the medium tire as he has free choice since he is outside the top 10.
Yeah, I think Money got a bit excited there with that P2 on mediums and he decided to go for another lap, but it just didn't come. Bloody race.
Yeah, a bit of clouds here. I wonder if we're going to have rain later on or not. So, as we wait for the race to start, I imagine the Ferraris are going to have quite the showing here. We'll have to see if Redeemer can catch up to his teammate Marlon. See if they can bring the fight to the Ferraris this race. As we start the formation lap here. Drivers... or strategy showing there. Looks like soft to medium is the best strategy. Medium tires, as Feta said during qualifying, will last quite a ways. The hard tires can easily go the entire race.
I'm getting here in the chat. Kieran Evans was not on max fuel at the start of the race, at the end of the qualifying lap, so that's not good.
Oh, that's going to cost him a couple tenths right there.
Yeah.
So Kieran could have had a bit better qualifying there. The Haas driver not running his car to the full potential, but he does have a chance to make it up in the race. 26 laps around here. Out front, looks like Marlon and Tweaking are pulling a bit of a gap to the rest of the field. I imagine they're going to want to bring that back a bit. Harry Jock lagging behind slightly at the end.
Another driver I'm looking forward to is Larson on his debut qualifying P5. Shifts as well, shifts average qualifying of 8.
So drivers coming up to the line. AI takes over for the grid lineup. We'll let Feta take the start here.
Oh, okay. I'll try my best.
See Harry Jock coming right up to the back here. Well, just a couple moments until we start round 9 of Breakout Racing League Tier 5 at Great Britain.
Alright. 4, 5 red light. And it is lights down, and away we go. Looks like Marlon getting a really great start. Caveman is side by side with Tweaking. Everyone's going off lane right now. No incidents involved. Marlon is in front, and Caveman moves up to P2. Tweaking down the inside. Larson up to P4. Redeemer's there as well. Up to P5. This battle shifts to the Larson, oh, he's getting pushed wide by Caveman a bit. They're still going side by side. Marlon is commanding lead over there. But he's Hustard still in 6. That shift's gone out down to P14. Larson battling Caveman for P3 there. But he Hustard so Redeemer as well.
Quite a crazy race start there. The Renault falling quite behind, but Marlon able to hold it from Tweaking there, pulls out 7/10 of a second already, but K-Man right on the back of Larson Fan through cops, and Larson Fan loses it. Well, I have to see if the other drivers can avoid him, but Larson Fan loses it through cops. Quite a strong showing at the beginning from him there. Yeah, up in P4, but now he's back there with Shifts. The Shifts is probably going to get by him since Larson's tires will be slightly overheated still. But yeah, Marlon's still leading this race. The Haas of Kieran right on the back of Phantom there. Kieran on the soft tires and Phantom on the medium, so Kieran's going to have a bit of a grip advantage, but not for too much longer. So we have quite the pack here. All the way from Caveman back is your 2 up front have pulled almost 2 seconds away from the rest of the field. As timing boards break slightly.
Oh, yeah, Cody's, come on. Only 2 drivers have been affected by that start. Larson is in the pits, but I would say that's a win considering there's a lot of long corners and the path is always full. Oh, that's a glitch. Come on.
Let's try and find it. Here we are. So K-Man in 4th position here. As we have a driver in the pits, that's going to be the racing point of
Larson.
Yeah,
I didn't see him with wing damage there. Oh, Sainz is off as well, both Renaults.
So not a good start from the Renaults there, yeah.
Sainz does have wing damage though, so that's going to deeply affect him. Jock and Stig.
Stig getting a bit squirrely there. He's falling back off the end. Does he have wing damage? I don't see any on the Williams of Stig. Back out front, Tweaking still setting the fastest lap there and still within a second of Marlon, so he will get DRS on this lap. as DRS activates after 2 laps. Still have quite the pack here. From Caveman down to about Stig. Everyone pretty much within a second of each other. I say that Kieran falls slightly off the back of Ronnie. Excuse me, Ronnie falls slightly off the back of Tito there.
Victor joined a bit late.
The Renault of Sainz in the pits. It's Larson fan who decided to throw on the soft tires. Yep, Sainz throwing on the hards. So Sainz planning to go to the end on those. Tweaking still within a second of Marlon. These guys are having quite the battle, and they're pulling a gap. Yeah, they're pulling almost over a second a lap as we have our first penalty here from Harry Jock of track limit warnings. Track limit's a bit, Kieran loses it through Maggots and Beckett's.
Oh, that's disappointing. He was in the point.
So, from Cops till the end of Maggots and Beckett's, we've seen 4 drivers spin out there so far. In that chaos, Money has caught up a bit to Caveman there. Money within half a second now. I expect to see Money getting that DRS and trying to make a move here soon.
Yeah, I'm sure Caveman does have a bit of pressure right now, considering Money's keeping up with the mediums, and Caveman is losing a lot of time to Tweaking and Marlon.
So you see the McLaren of Redeemers trying to hang on to the back of this fight, but we get a good view as Money goes up in front of Caveman. So Money on the medium tires. Maybe Caveman's tires starting to fade a bit, but seems a bit early for that.
Yeah, I think it was just pure pace there.
Caveman's still very close to Money though. Caveman hoping to get DRS off this back straight. Tweaking, staying his 7/10 behind Marlon. As these two have pulled out 5 seconds now, so they are gapping the rest of the field.
Same
we have a yellow flag as Harry Jock.
Wow,
so that's the 5th driver tonight to lose it through this section.
Yeah, in 4 laps, every driver has spun the car in every single lap. That's insane there. But there's still a train going on here, and there's still some battles with Money, Hustard, and Caveman, and Redeemer, and Tito, and Ronnie. Signs in the chat, not happy with Phantom, so stewards are gonna have to see what happened there between Phantom and Signs.
Tweaking is almost falling a second behind Marlon, so Marlon pushing for his life to try and get Tweaking out of that DRS. Kieran has spun again. Yeah. It's not a good showing from the Haas driver tonight. He was one of our strongest drivers earlier in the season. All this chaos has led to Marlon and Tweaking pulling even more of a gap. They're running about second and change lap fast per second. No, what am I saying? A little over a second a lap faster.
Oh man.
Caveman holding on to the back of Money there. So Ferrari's running 2-3 right now. Still quite a nice points haul from them.
And it's second.
Tweaking catching up to Marlon though. He's pulled up about 5/10 this lap. So I imagine Marlon's gonna. I take that back. They're both about the same on ERS levels. Usually the driver behind is able to save some more ERS because they'll have DRS. But Redeemer has fallen a second behind Caveman, so I wonder if this 3rd and 4th place duo of Money and Caveman there are going to be able to pull away or not. Most of the field's still bunched up. Our pack now runs from Money down to Phantom. As Phantom slightly off the back of Ronnie in the racing point. Ronnie getting quite the run there on Tito. Let's see if he tries to make a move or not, or if he sticks behind. Yep, he's going to stick behind. Interesting corner to try and make an overtake. I wouldn't recommend it, but it can be done. Tweaking now within half a second, but he gets a bit squirrely out of Cop, so that's going to lose him a bit of time.
Yeah, this is a battle I look forward to. The undercut is a more powerful strategy, I'd say, than the overcut, but look at Tweaking, pulling for Marlon. Oh, so close. Sorry for interrupting you there.
You're good. Quite the battle from Tweaking and Marlon here as they come into the last two corners. Tweaking practically pushing Marlon through. See who gets the better exit here. Looks like Marlon did slightly better, but Tweaking will be tucked into a slipstream here, coming into turns 3 and 4.
They've put so much for
same as Caveman and same as Caveman and Money. All right, here comes the DRS. Let's see if this is going to be Tweaking's chance or not. He's falling back down to 6/10 behind. Usually you want to be less than about 3/10. You want to be about 3/10 behind a driver to try and make an overtake. As Sainz retires from the session.
Yeah, looking at Marlon's onboard, see what happened there.
And full safety car. Full course safety car comes out.
Yeah, this does not help Money at all, but I think people would start to pick it to the hardest to the end.
Yep, I imagine we'll see most of the field come in for hard tires here. Maybe a couple on mediums if they think they can manage the tire wear.
Yeah.
But full course safety car for the retirement from Sainz. This does put a bottle in things. Especially for Tweaking and Marlon, who had pulled quite the gap from the rest of the field. They're now going to have company of Money, K-Man, and Redeemer.
See Marlon pits, yeah, you can see him going pits there. Money decides to stay out, obviously. So does Caveman, okay. So Caveman's staying out. Redeemer is in the pit, so is Tito and Ronnie. Phantom stays out. These are some interesting choices by some of the drivers. Ronnie gets second. Shift stays out. Stig stays out, but Shift obviously comes in.
Yeah, Ronnie takes the 5-second pit entry. Harry Jockum penalties all the way up to 13 seconds already. I'm sure he's not too happy about that. Yep, most of the field actually pitting onto the medium tires. Only Ronnie fitting the hards.
Yeah, these people know.
Yeah, these drivers must be confident in their ability to take the tires to the end. But, yep, Caveman's staying out on the soft tires. So I wonder if Caveman's going to try and stretch those quite a ways.
Yeah. Money could pose a threat to the lead if Marlon just, manages to pass everyone but Money. There could be some team shenanigans there.
So as the field is catching up to the safety car, Money Hustard in first place. He is in the championship lead, but he does have a pit stop to make. Since there is no wet weather, drivers do need to use 2 different types of tire compound. If it had rained at all, then Money would be fine to take them to the end, but he will need to make a pit stop at some point.
Yeah.
So, a couple drivers quite a ways back from the safety car. The safety car will be staying out at least another lap. As we check in, we do have 26 viewers right now, so thank you all for tuning in. In case you're just joining us now, we have a safety car due to the retirement of Sainz. Most of the field has pit onto the medium tires. As you can see, a number of them are 0 laps old. As Larson fan decides to come into the pits this lap, interestingly. I wonder if the safety car is going to leave him behind, as it is quite a long pit lane here. It has started to rain.
Oh my
I can't see rain. So Larson might be a genius here if he goes on to the intermediates. No, he pits onto another set of soft tires.
Oh,
that might be an accident, but Money might be the one
though.
who's... Yeah, Money might be the king out of all of this.
Oh,
as we go to the onboards, you can see the rain streaking across the halo there, so it has started to rain.
Dropping there. Jeez.
What a move by Money. So maybe that's why Money started on the medium tire. He was so convinced because he knew it was going to rain.
Phantom lied to me. I'm joking. I asked Phantom what the weather was. He said clear. I mean, sorry, cloudy, but it's raining now. Maybe it's not a lot of rain. It's very rare to see that, especially from this game. But I don't know. At this point, I just don't know the.
So, Money making all the drivers. If it does start to rain hard enough to where intermediates or eventually full wets are required, Money might make the rest of the field look like fools for pitting there. So this safety car restart and these next couple laps are going to be quite interesting. I don't think that... Yeah, lights... Oh, excuse me.
That's
safety
really
car
late.
is in line. Yeah, that is really late from the safety car coming in. The safety car line is this white line that's coming up right now, so they barely made it. And it looks like Money has taken off from the rest of the field, so let's see if he can pull away. K-Man not getting quite as good of an exit. Those yellow flags are gone. We are racing again. Phantom in third. As Tito's pushing the Ferrari of tweaking through there. Tito goes very wide. We get a couple penalties for track limits there. Most of the field's still bunched up nicely. Everyone about half a second to a second apart from each other. Larson fan all over the back of Kieran towards the end. But Money pulling out almost a second on K-Man already. So K-Man on those soft tires is coming up. He's got quite a bit of tire wear on them. So.
Yep. He is struggling a lot on this stint. But maybe if he stretches those softs out, he could make a wet stop on the softs for intermediates. We'll see though. We don't know.
Still quite the battle back there from Shifts, Kieran, and Larson fan. Larson going a bit wide at the exit there, but all three drivers covered in about 0.6 of a second. As Money has broken the 1 second barrier from Caveman. So if DRS stays available, Caveman will not get it. If the rain does continue and it is hard enough for drivers to pit, then DRS will be disabled at some point. And whenever DRS is disabled, that is usually the cue for drivers to come in. As Larson goes into the back of Kieran there. Hopefully he didn't get ring damage, but he was very late on the brakes.
Yeah, the top three are spreading out a bit, but the Ferraris are flying there from Tweaking and Money. Sorry, Tweaking in the first stint and now Money in this post-safety car. He is flying. He's almost a second off from Caveman. In the
Tito there, but Tito close on the back of Phantom. Stays right behind him, doesn't quite go for the move yet. K-Man caught up a couple tenths of a second to Money. Money might have gotten squirrely on an exit. But Phantom now leading a bit of a train here. As we'll have to see if the drivers can all keep it clean. This pack back here is still racing very closely. Shifts right on the back of Kieran through cops there. See if he can make it. See if he can stay as close as he is through Maggots and Beckett's. There's Marlon in the McLaren, very close to the back of Stig.
Yeah,
So
Stig's
Marlon
doing really well.
Marlon looking to get past. As Marlon did start in pole position, but the rain looks like it's staying steady, so these slick tires will still be faster for a while.
DRS is enabled now even with the rain. Usually when there's enough rain, they disable DRS, but right now it's not the case.
As Stig getting a bit of a bump from Marlon through turn 3 there. Marlon's going to get DRS. And he's within 3/10 of a second. That's what I was saying. That's about the gap you need to make an overtake. But Stig looking to actually make an overtake on Phantom, and Stig loses it. Stig has spun through that.
Stig was in a good position, P5.
Yeah, Stig was looking great as Stig retires from the session.
Poor guy.
Retired on track, it looks like. His AI is still going to park up now. Stewards might have a word about that, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I think it's...
As he's not causing a safety car. But
yeah, he's not.
Marlon getting DRS on Phantom. Yeah, Phantom doesn't have DRS, so we'll have to see if the McLaren goes for a move here, and he does. He passes the Alpha Tower going into this turn here. So those medium tires firing up nicely for Marlon compared to Phantom's very old set. As now Phantom is under pressure from tweaking there.
He's struggling on that medium.
Tweaking then is now under pressure on Tito. Tito pushing tweaking through there. So quite a good battle going on here.
Yeah.
I say that as Money and K-Man are starting to pull from the rest of the field. Not a lot, only about 1.5 seconds, but still enough to guarantee that nobody behind is getting DRS off of them.
Kieran's in the pits going on the intermediates.
So Kieran decides it's time for intermediates. We'll have to see if that decision pays off or not.
Don't think it's wet enough for that yet. There's Tito on Phantom.
And Phantom loses the position to Tito there. Oh, but he tries to get it back, hangs it on the inside, he's got a nose in. But Tito gets the better traction, so that's down to P6 for Phantom.
Yeah, that was great attacking from Tito there. Great car positioning.
Yep, now Ronnie trying to join the party against Phantom. But it looks like Ronnie's having more trouble from Redeemer behind than Phantom in front. See if the McLaren of Redeemer can do anything about it or not. Up front, K-Man now within half a second of Money. As a lot of the fields chooses to stay out, so Kieran might have come in too early. That will bite Kieran though, because all this time running wet tires on a dry tack will burn them right up and cause a lot of tire wear.
Oh, he's outside of the track. 3-second time penalty. That might get removed. But that was very, very early from Kieran there. Look how much he's struggling.
Kieran falling, almost losing time to Harry Jock ahead on the hards practically every corner. So it does seem like he was a bit too eager to get onto the intermediate tires. So we see K-Man still about 6/10, but Marlon now is caught up to this group. So Marlon up in P3. Now he's leaving Tweaking behind. Tweaking kind of on an island here, as there's a bit of a gap from Tito to Tweaking, but Tweaking also quite a ways behind Marlon. K-Man all over the back of Money now. K-Man's doing a good job to keep these soft tires running, as there's a yellow flag as Kieran, looks like Kieran spun on the intermediate tires, so does not look like the right choice.
Definitely. Yeah, there's a battle starting to form there. Money and Caveman and Marlon. Caveman is extending those softs as much as he can. 13 laps is insane. But he's still keeping up with Money.
Yep, so your top three pulling a bit of a gap. Is yellow flag. Oh, that's Redeemer. Redeemer has spun. McLaren of Redeemer
still in the
falling
points,
down
though.
the order. Still getting points for McLaren, but not quite the help that Marlon needed. As Marlon's getting a bit of a run on Caveman coming out of here. He's going to have DRS. As Caveman's a bit back behind. Tweaking now within a second of Marlon. But Marlon's very behind Caveman. Caveman's fallen just over a second from Money, so Money glad that these drivers behind are battling, as that lets him pull ahead a bit.
Yeah, not close enough for a move there. I must say though, these drivers are coping extremely well to the conditions, and they are on the slicks, so that's really.
Yep, as Money's pulling up to the Kieran there. Kieran now a minute behind.
Oh, Phantom sure. Past Tito and Larson to Ronnie.
It looks like the rain's coming down a bit harder now. I wonder if in the next lap or so we're going to see these guys come in. But Marlon and Tweaking now on the back of Caveman. Caveman back within a second of Money. So Money looks like he's struggling on exits a bit.
Yeah,
as we hop on board with these drivers, you can see the rain coming down, and they're all getting a bit more wheel spin than normal on exit.
I'm surprised Money hasn't pulled as much as he would.
Yeah, Money seems to be struggling on those mediums there. K-Man's still doing an excellent job of extending these soft tires. He's up 15 laps.
Oh, Kieran's gone again. Oh,
Kieran has spun again. I'm not sure if he is damaged there.
Don't think so.
Oh, yeah. No, he's missing quite a lot of his front end.
Still going, though.
We're going to see a move from Tweaking on Marlon here. Nope, chooses to tuck right in behind, but 30 Eric sending him a bit wide.
Came into the pits. That cost him a lot of time there. Oh, this is the
Phantom and Tito, so this must be... Yep, this must be the turnover point, as the rain has come down hard enough that a lot of these drivers are choosing to pit.
Let's right on board with them, see what they choose. No, it's medium for Caveman and softs for Phantom, so it's definitely not the time for inners.
Tito goes on to the inners.
Oh, okay.
So Tito joins Kieran as the only inner runners, but the other drivers who pit deciding that slicks are still the faster way. As while that action has been going on, our top three battles still covered about a second across.
This is the prediction I covered before the safety car, where Marlon is in a Ferrari sandwich. Marlon is definitely not going to make it easy for Marlon to pass him.
But Ferrari now running 1-3 instead of 2-3s. Money would be extending his championship lead. Money's still 16 laps on these medium tires. I wonder when we're going to see him come into the pits, or if we do at all.
Yeah, remember
there he goes. He's into the pits.
Oh, yeah.
Championship leader in first place, Money. Yeah, I imagine he's going on to softs, as Larson fan behind also pits. Larson fan on not that old softs, so I wonder what he's thinking.
Yeah, we got to remember
the battle between Tweaking and Marlon is still as aggressive as ever. Money goes on to the soft tires. We're going to ride on board with Larson here. Let's see what he chooses. Medium tires for Larson. It's Kieran. Kieran has been back in the pits now for soft tires. Tito falling a bit behind on the intermediates. So it looks like the intermediates, as Tito gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane there. I imagine he's going to ditch the intermediate tires now. Tweaking and Marlon out in front, still battling nicely. As the only other battle that's within a second here is Phantom and K-Man. But Phantom's still a bit behind.
Run on the harness could make these tires go to the end.
Yeah, Ronnie might be able to make him go to the end, but Ronnie does have a penalty. Let's check in on how much of a penalty it is. 5 seconds. So, if the race were to finish now, he will keep P3 in a debut podium, but tweaking very close to the back of Marlon now. Let's see if he can keep it this close until DRS. As he does. It's a much better run through turn 1 there. Turn 2 staying nicely. Looks like these drivers are struggling a tad for grip in the conditions, but it might also just be the tires aging. I say that, and Tweaking gets quite the wheel spin on exit.
Yeah, he used to overtake during the exit. That doesn't help.
But DRS putting him right back in the fight here. Tweaking, Marlon going a bit deep, so Tweaking gets a better line. Ronnie is a bit far behind. K-Man has closed up on Phantom a bit more, but still not too much. The main battle right now, so for the lead within half a second of Tweaking and Marlon. Neither of these drivers have penalties, so I imagine they're both trying to keep it that way.
Tweaking is going to go for it now. Overtake and DRS enabled. Marlon goes defensive. Tweaking's going to have to go around the outside. Oh, Marlon leads him almost. Of course, with space.
Tweaking looks for a dive up the inside, but doesn't quite get it. He goes for the switchback. He's alongside with Marlon. Tweaking gets a bit of a bad exit, though, so Marlon's going to retain the lead there.
That was... Yeah, I held my breath through there, stick lead the session, but Tweaking did not capitalize on Marlon's mistake there and half spun. So we're gonna have to wait another lap for them to battle.
The main battle is still for the lead. Let's check in on Caveman and Phantom there. Phantom holding still about a 6/10 gap to Caveman, but Caveman is on the mediums and Phantom's on the soft. So you would imagine Phantom would be able to pull a bit more. Race leader Money down in 7th position. So you can see how much that safety car pit stop by the rest of the field affected him. So check back into the battle for the lead here. Tweaking still half a second behind.
Marlon goes wide a bit in Maggots. That compromises his exit a bit there. But yeah, Tweaking does not have overtake enabled, so I think he's going to wait a few laps. Charges the ERS up so he can plan for another move.
Yep, just going to keep that constant pressure on Marlon. Let Marlon know that if he messes up at all, Tweaking's right there to take it.
I love how the rain is still here, though.
No, we're right on board. You can still see the rain falling, but these drivers driving on slick tires like it's not even there.
Yeah.
Quite impressive driving tonight.
Very
As
impressive.
Money catching up, Money on the soft tires catching up to Harry Jock for 6th position there. K-Man falling slightly back on Phantom.
Oh,
So we have a yellow
retired.
flag. Yep, Kieran retires from the race there.
Safety car, full
Safety
course.
car. So Kieran's
Oh my
retirement
God.
causes a full course safety car. Wow, this is coming down to the wire. This is not the first time we've had a very late safety car in Tier 5.
Could we see one of the leaders pitting? They have a big enough gap.
They do have quite the gap. Keep in mind on their race back to the pits, they are going to have to maintain a delta. Hopefully we don't see any of them. Oh, as Tito gets the drive-through penalty. So Tito ignoring that safety car delta.
Yeah, that's the second time, wasn't it? Or
take a look at the penalties here. Tito with that drive-through. As Marlon stays out and Tweaking stays out, so they are not electing to pit. They don't have to. They both started the race on the soft tires, so they are.
it's a long pit lane anyway, so
Yep, they would lose a bit of time. It looks like Tito. Did Tito serve his drive-through there? No, he did not. So he's gonna have to wait till the safety car's over to serve that drive-through.
Oh yeah, he served it under the safety car condition, so that's not. It's
Won't
not
count.
legal.
Yep.
Yeah, it won't count. I think Larson just passed Tito there. Oh, sorry, not Larson. Oh, never mind, he's lapped. Oh, sorry, ignore my stupidity. Kieran left, yeah. Ronnie was tier 4. That's why I said he was in the wrong car, but he's dropped down into tier 5 and on his debut he's doing great, P3.
Yeah. We'll have to see what he can challenge from these two leaders, but he is on the hard tire. So that might be a bit of disadvantage from the start, but we'll have to see if those mediums hold up. They should, though. They're only 13 laps old, and they can do over 20. So as we wait on a lot of the field to catch up, so I imagine we're going to have to do another lap under safety car. So that would put us at, what, a 3-lap shootout at the end?
Yep.
If you remember back to Baku, I believe that was also a 3-lap shootout at the end. Because that resulted in quite a lot of chaos with a couple drivers getting loads of wing damage. But that is what happens on tight street circuits. So you get the nice engine glitch for Tweaking there. Either that or he's trying to burn fuel. As that's Larson in the pits.
Oh my god! Tweak just bumped the back of Marlon.
Oh, Marlon's been given a 5-second penalty. Have they both been given a penalty?
No, Tweaking did not get a penalty, but Marlon did. I gotta say though, looking at that, that was 100% Tweaking's fault.
I wonder if the stewards are gonna. I imagine the stewards will remove that 5 seconds from Marlon, but whether they give it back to Tweaking or not. Gotta be careful under safety car. You can't make any contact or the game will get angry. As Larson there was in the pits. Let's see, did he? Yeah, so he went to pit. Not sure why he pit. Tito appears to be a lap down.
Yeah, he can't unlap himself.
Yeah, so I imagine he'll be ghosted for a lot of these drivers.
He only just loses time to, I think that's Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie's gonna lose a car with.
Yep. Marlon falling a bit back behind the safety car there. I imagine he's hoping it comes in this lap so he can get away as quickly as possible.
Yep, safety car on the stop. Honestly,
there it is. Much farther back than last time.
Everyone's warming up their tires. The rain is still
there. A couple drivers pulling a bit of a Kimi Räikkönen and just driving straight. So safety car has entered the pit, so it looks like it's just going to be up to Marlon as to when the pack takes off. I imagine he'll want to wait till this corner right here so he can get a good exit and everyone else is still bunched up. And still waiting. Now he goes. We're back racing here.
Tweaking gets a horrible exit.
Tweaking does get a bad exit. Ronnie, yep, so Tito's ghosted, so Ronnie should be able to drive through him, and Tito's going to pull off to the side and slow down.
Yeah, Tweaking was a bit lucky there that Tito was ghosted and Ronnie had a car separated from Tweaking.
Yep. But Marlon pulling almost a second gap already.
Money on Redeemer for 5th place. Money down the inside. Oh, 16 goes in. Redeemer's giving him the space, a bit of lag.
But Money gets the done, and that's Larson fan spun round.
This is the track.
Yep, keeps it on the track without damage though, so he'll be able to get back going. Checking back in the front here, 2.5 laps left in this race. Shifts is on the back of Ronnie there. We'll have to see if Shifts can do anything about Ronnie. Try and get ahead.
Much time Tweaking gains on Marlon.
As Ronnie does have a deserved 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane though right now. Shifts only has a 3-second penalty. Money would jump both of them actually. Money does not have a penalty. So if the race finishes as is, Money will jump back up to P3. It's a great job by the Ferrari drivers of not getting penalties. As we have a yellow flag there, not quite sure why.
Tito retired in the pits, yeah.
Alright. Tweaking now all the way back up to 4 seconds behind Marlon. Marlon must have been struggling a bit because he had over a second gap. We're on the penultimate lap of this race. Money right behind Shifts. We're going to have to see if Money goes for the move or not. As Money is on much newer soft tires.
Oh, good wide.
Takes a bit of a wide line there. I wonder if he's going to go for some switchback moves. Tweaking and Marlon pulling away from P3 there. As Tito retires from the session. Way back in the back though, Larson and Harry Jock here looking to go side by side through cops, and Harry Jock loses it. Harry Jock's in the wall.
Oh, as long as you finish the race, so you are going to get points. I think this is the first points position.
Phantom going for a move on Redeemer there. Let's see if he can get it to stick. Redeemer gives him a bit of space. Phantom goes up on the inside and gets it done.
Redeemer's still there though, but Phantom outbreaks him. Fresher compound tires. Phantom has front wing damage. Oh, sorry, no he doesn't.
As final lap of the race here, Tweaking only 3/10 behind Marlon.
All or nothing for Tweaking.
I'm gonna have to see if Tweaking is allowed DRS or not this lap, as he is, so he's allowed DRS. We're gonna have to see if he tries to make a move here. He's only 3/10 behind, that's all you need with DRS.
Both of them using the overtake. Marlon with considerably more.
Tweaking didn't open his DRS there.
Oh.
Larson fan a penalty. Money there right on the back of Shifts. Money as it stands, Money still would jump up to P3 on penalties there. Tweaking falling a bit back behind Marlon. As we come into Maggots and Beckett's for the last time here.
Yep, as long as Marlon keeps it clean, I think that is the win for him. Obviously, he has the 5 second, but hopefully he
imagine
takes
post
it
race that
yeah.
Post race that will get removed. So as we come into the last few corners here, see if everybody can keep it clean. If there's going to be any dive bombs towards the back of the field. I don't think so, but Marlon crosses the line. Provisional win for tweaking. Money goes up to P2 there, but I imagine Marlon will get that penalty removed and he'll go back up to first place. But fourth place comes home Caveman, followed by Shifts, Phantom, Ronnie down to 7th position. As Redeemer stays 8th, Larson Fan 9th, and Harry Jaw crosses the line in 10th. So there you have it, folks.
I'll invite them.
As driver of the day is BRL Phantom. As we saw the Ferraris and the McLaren up on the podium. I imagine post-race the podium will change order, but still say these 3 drivers as provisional win from tweaking. So Ferrari taking home a nice amount of points. Money Hustard extending his championship lead as of now, but Marlon with that penalty may or may not get removed. The rest of the field, K-Man, Shiz, Phantom, Ronnie, Redeemer, Larson, Harry Jock, Tito, Kieran, Stig, and Signs down in 14th. 10 finishers out of 14 in this race. Quite the race. A lot of the pack very close throughout. And just good racing all around. We'll have to wait and see what the next week brings. But this has been quite the race from Tier 5.
Yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to join in. Tweaking's the only one left. Hey. Alright, so Port, do you wanna ask Marlon? I think Hustard, yeah, let's start with Hustard, as he should be P3. I think with the penalty.
P2, unless you can remove it. What was that 5 second for on Marlon?
Marlon and Tweaking came together.
Yeah, so the game gave me 5 second time penalty for no reason. Maybe I think Twinkie got a problem with the pedal because he just go. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't transparent. I don't know.
surely you'll remove that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Tweaking's not gonna join, I don't think. But Port, do you want to ask Money some questions?
Yep, so Money, make sure to include your audio.
Yeah, it is.
Quite a good race from you. Qualified a bit farther down than usual, but those medium tires stuck it out. Interesting to stay out on the safety car. What were you thinking there?
I was thinking we were gonna go to Inters, is what I was thinking. So I know those guys came in. I was thinking we're gonna, do like 5 laps and hopefully go to Inters. I'd be first one in, and I'd be leading. But the Inters never quite came. So that didn't pay off for me at all.
Yep, sorry to hear about that, but still a great drive from you. You and Tweaking taking home good points for Ferrari.
Yep, I just actually that last lap in quali was supposed to be in softs with the buttons, so but that's okay.
There you go. That still looks like it's paid out well for you.
Yeah.
As Feta, we move on to Tweaking. As Tweaking is most likely in P2.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See,
So,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Codemaster's probably playing a part there. Otherwise, great race from you, Tweaking. Good qualifying. As this isn't the first time your banker has been almost good enough for pole or good enough. Quite a lap there.
Yeah, I lost like 3/10 and Megas and Beckett's like every other run. So it is what it is. But it was Marlon, man, like so close always. Great race.
Yep. So we move on to possible winner Marlon. Good driving from you, Marlon. Great to
Thank you.
see you back up
Yeah.
in the podium
Yeah, I was-
positions.
Yeah, I was trying to keep behind Twinkie all the race. Was really complicated more with the rain. Yeah, I thought the same way that Money said that I wasn't sure if it was a good strategy to change to medium because I was expecting all the rain. But when I saw the weather, it never said that the rain is going to be possible. But good for me and Twinkie.
Yeah, great driving. Stayed right behind the Ferraris for a while there. You were in a Ferrari sandwich, but did well
Yeah.
to keep it on track. And great showing for McLaren today. Good job.
Thank you.
So this has been Tier 5 of Breakout Racing League, Round 9 around Britain. 2 Ferraris and a McLaren on the podium. Stick around for a bit longer, as coming up at 9 o'clock we will have Tier 6 racing. So don't go too far, and thank you all for tuning in tonight.